This video is from the course Introduction. It's designed for complete beginners and assumes you have no knowledge of the subject matter. If you are interested in more beginner, intermediate, or advanced content, check out our website, SUBMETA.io.
We're talking about the importance of drilling. And so drilling is basically repeating the movement essentially as a sequence over and over again. And I think it's something, I guess the issue that I see is a lot of people, you teach a technique and they either watch it and they go like, oh yeah, I get it, and they don't want to practice it, or they try it until they get it once and then they'll stop. But the issue then becomes when you're actually training live that there's usually a sequence of important steps to each technique that you're trying to work. If I'm trying to do an armbar on you, I need to hit a few points, and to have to think about each of those points along the way while we're actually live sparring, if I'm having to consciously think about it like that, it's unlikely that I'll get them in the right sequence at the right time, and because there's usually a fraction or a window to actually get that to work. Whereas when you drill and you just repeat it, you start to almost do it automatically. You don't have to think about, do I go from step 1 to step 2, or what's the next step? Your body just starts to almost do that itself, which means you can be more focused on how your opponent's reacting and dealing with that, as opposed to which step you should be doing next.
When you're drilling, make sure you tick off every single detail and every step along the way. Train with intention, be deliberate in your movements, start slow, increase the speed as you're able, and definitely don't stop when you get it right once. You can stop drilling and start adding resistance when you don't get it wrong anymore.
One other issue with drilling that we notice, it usually has to do with the training partner. Sometimes they'll just kind of flop and not give not give the right postures, and probably worse is if they start fighting and giving too much resistance. So you're trying to learn the sequence of a movement. Of course, we want it to work with resistance, but you first have to go through the stage of learning the technique. Okay, if you start resisting from the start, you're going to make it difficult for the person to even learn the technique to begin with. So we've been recommending that you drill after each of the techniques that we've covered so far, and we will continue to do so for the rest of this series and ongoing as well, because anytime you learn something new, drilling is a great way to improve and learn that as fast as possible.
I hope you enjoyed this video from the course Introduction on SUBMETA.io. If you go to SUBMETA.io, you can watch this course for free, uninterrupted, with exercises to help you with recall. Also for free, we have the follow-up course to this, Foundations 1, Escapes, which builds on the content you'll be learning in this course.